Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm trying something different today. I am going to do a jigsaw puzzle review with my iPad and my iPhone. Don't know which clips I'm going to include where, but I'm just going to give it a shot. This is the puzzle that we are talking about. It is the Schmidt 1000 piece Magical Journey puzzle. This is my first Schmidt puzzle. I have two in my Amazon shopping cart, and as far as I can, I'll probably get 2 a month because I love the brand. Now, prior to this Schmidt puzzle, my favorite brand pretty much was Ravensburger for the matte pieces that I'll talk about in a moment. In addition to Ravensburger, I tried a Blue Kazoo puzzle, which I loved. But my most common puzzle brands that I work are Ravensburger, which is right here, and White Mountain, which, for example, right here. So, move my coffee out of the way, put the puzzle back down. So, what I decided to do today was to talk about my experience with my very first Schmidt puzzle, which is what you see in front of you. So I did the best I could with my camera view. It's not perfect. It's not a puzzle channel. It's a book review channel, but it's also in all the things where I talk about some of the things that I love, and of late it is jigsaw puzzles. So I'm going to move my iPad just a tad to take the iPhone out of the screenshot. Again, I'm just trying this. So why did I want to do a review of this puzzle, although I did not do it in time-lapse fashion? I wanted to do it because it's my first experience with the brand, and simply because the puzzle is so beautiful. Now, I did something different, and at the end of this clip, I will include a bunch of screenshots where you will see that I worked on this puzzle in a different fashion than I'm used to working on. Now, I won't show you everything, but I will show you a couple of things. I use these trays, and carefully, since I'm working on a puzzle right now, I also use empty puzzle boxes, but I don't want to knock any pieces out. That's how I usually sort or usually approach jigsaw puzzling. But for this particular puzzle, I decided to lay all my pieces out first off in the black and blue trays, simply to turn them all upside down. Then the next thing I did was I would take a tray and find sections of pieces, like this purple tree with snow, or this black and white here, or the pages for this book, or the globe, the hat, this part of the train, since it's easy red and black, the owl, and the balloons. So I grabbed those pieces and I would lay them around the perimeter of this Bits and Pieces Deluxe Swivel Puzzle Easel. I think I said it in the right order. And then I would take the next tray and the next tray and the next tray, and as I did that, and as I laid pieces into the puzzle, which of course, by the way, I did the edges first. I pulled the edges first, and then I went ahead and assembled the edges, and then I went through that process of going tray by tray. So I think I started with maybe 11 trays, and I kept doing this until I exhausted myself down to my last tray, or my last 3 trays. When I got to my last 3 trays, I was able to lay all the pieces around the perimeter of the puzzle. While I was exhausting the trays, as mentioned, I was working on sections, like I said, the globe, or trying to put the book together, or doing this portion up here, and it was such a relaxing way to jigsaw puzzle. Does it mean I'm going to do all my puzzles that way? No, because I just started this Alphabet A Colin Thompson puzzle about an hour ago, and I laid all the pieces top side up in the puzzle boxes, and then I pulled out lots of reds, yellows, and greens. And then I put the frame together, which is underneath here. You can kind of see it a little bit here. And that was the way that I usually do it. because with this right here being a collage puzzle, you can't really do a heck of a lot of sorting. Yeah, there are certain areas in that puzzle that I can sort out, but I don't know, because I literally just flipped all the pieces over and then I decided to make this video right here. So let's talk about this Schmidt puzzle. As mentioned, the pieces are matte. So if we were, say for example, to take this piece right here, you can see that there's no glare. And I know it looks a little dark coming through the camera. Why did I choose a dark piece? I don't know. I don't want to mess up the puzzle, but let's choose a lighter piece if I can. I don't want to separate it from the cardboard. So if I choose a lighter piece, you can see it a little bit better and there's no glare. So that was the first thing that I loved about it. I also love the feel, and the feel reminds me very much of the Ravensburger puzzles that I absolutely love doing. And then I didn't get this puzzle because I knew it was matte or because it would remind me of Ravensburger. I got it because it was recommended to me as a brand that I would love. Two top brands that I felt I have to try were Schmidt and Art and Fable. But I also want to try Cloudberries and Ebu and oh my goodness, there's so many. Like I have a couple of Gallison puzzles. And these were also very nice pieces. I haven't done this one, but I did another Gallison puzzle that I don't see at the top of my head, like right out. But these are also nice pieces. So when I work a puzzle, I look for different things that make that puzzle enjoyable. But when I also work a puzzle, I do love a challenge. And I gave myself a challenge with the Amy Stewart puzzle. I'm giving myself a challenge with this alphabet puzzle. I didn't consider this puzzle to be very challenging as far as complicated and finely detailed, because you had big chunks. You had this little part of the ground. You had the purple and the blue and the green in the train. You had the red and the black. You had the balloons. You had the globe. You had the icicles. You had the pages. So it was very easy to grasp a bunch of those pieces, put them together, grasp those pieces, put them together. So I took this puzzle at my leisure. I turned my TV on and I went to my DVR and binge watched a couple of, and the end of last season's television shows and a couple of the beginning of this season's television shows, and just used the border of my bits and pieces table, whatever you want to call it, easel, to just grab the pieces that I wanted to put in place, and I went with it, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Will I buy more Schmidt puzzles? Absolutely. Like I said, I have 2 in my cart right now, and I will just keep on buying them as much as reasonably possible. Doesn't mean I'm going to stay with Schmidt, because I've got 150 plus puzzles that I have not yet assembled, and I also have I lost my thought. Other brands that I want to try. So I'm not going to just stay with this brand, but I wanted to talk to you about this brand. Now, as mentioned, this is Magical Journey. The train is coming out of the pages of a book. You have a kind of like a detective's hat and glasses. I mean, binoculars. Over here you have puzzle pieces on the train tracks, which I didn't realize that at first. A little snow globe, an owl. Just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful puzzle. Great puzzling experience. I highly recommend this puzzle, and I just wanted to share that with all of you. Now, I am going to do a pickup test, but I'm going to give you a spoiler alert. It works. And we're going to demonstrate that now. I am going to shut my devices off and just rearrange things just a little bit to give me a little space to do the pickup test. Before you see that clip, you are going to see some screenshots of the puzzling process itself. And the last thing I want to say before I do the pickup test or the pickup challenge is that with this bits and pieces easel, no matter what angle, even the 45-degree angle, once I placed the pieces on this felt, they stayed in place. And I never put my puzzle up at night. I don't lay it flat and put the protective board on it, worrying about the cats, because I have it at an angle. The cats can't jump on it, so I just left it alone. Now tonight I'm babysitting, so I will probably cover this one, any progress that I make on this today, simply because I'll have two babies here. But for the most part, I just leave it open. Your pieces aren't going anywhere. The cats can't get on it, and it's just ideal. So to have this puzzling experience with this Magical Journey Schmidt jigsaw puzzle and be able to have my pieces on the perimeter was just a real joy. And those are the clips you're going to see now. Now, I had not planned on making a video since there's no time lapse, but I was taking pictures as I was going, so these are just some shots that are in different angles, or the puzzle is in different angles, and then the finished product. Okay, as mentioned, I am going to do a pickup test, but I guarantee you it's going to work. Like I said, I gave you a spoiler alert before I did those clips, but I want to show it to you, so let's move my chair out of the way and find a spot to pick it up. I'm just going to press it down a little bit just to make sure. Now, someone named Ryan recommended that you pick this up like you are about to fold a towel. So I'm not getting a good grasp on it. I did this last night and it worked, but it's not working now, which is great because it gives me the opportunity to show you if it's easy, difficult, or whatever. So let's find a spot that we can grab. Okay, I think I've got it. No, I don't have it. Let's try this one more time. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out of frame for the iPhone. Go for it. We're gonna go for it. Here you go. Here is my Magical Journey 1000 piece Schmidt puzzle with a pickup challenge. Now the reason the iPhone is on is to see if I can lay it down properly, and I did not. But that's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut the iPhone off and clean this up and come back. It doesn't truly bother me when things like this happen. I mean, I just roll with the punches, you know. It's a chance that you take. Okay, here's a piece that I thought I was missing. It's a chance that you take if you should decide to do this, and it's always a choice to decide whether or not you want to share it, or in this case, whether or not I want to share it. And yeah, I'm going to share it. I'm going to share it because it's an experience, and I'm sharing this experience because it's part of what I'm deciding to do in my puzzling process. Why can't I see where that goes? I want to just put that whole thing down in a chunk. I don't want to separate it to put it down. So a couple more pieces. Let's get these bad boys back in. This puzzle is such a pure joy. I'm definitely going to box it because this is going to be a redo. I am definitely going to be redoing this puzzle in the future. It's just such a joy. I loved it, and I had a great experience with it, and I'm even enjoying reassembling it right now. Now, have I collected I saw 3 pieces on the floor, but it looks like I may have more than that to look on the floor for, but we'll find out in just a moment. It behooves me how I make these mistakes at reassembling when I just did the puzzle last night. You would think I would reassemble it quicker than I am, but it is what it is. Alright, so we're missing 1 piece, but it might be underneath on this Ravensburger. Nope, it's right here. Okay, so let's raise the iPad. Here we go. So everything's back in place. Let's turn the puzzle around. I have it on foam board because I started a new puzzle. I just messed that up a little bit, so I just have to move it back. So we got everything back in place, and I am going to include this veil in this video, because why not? Okay, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.